Hello everyone, I'm your host MetalHorrorGamer, and it's finally time to do another video. And today we are talking about the Xbox One X. Why you asked? Because I bought one, and it's been almost 2 weeks since I bought it. And I bought it mainly because there were two games I wanted to play, NHL 19 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Now I know you're saying I could have just bought that on the PS4, but I didn't want it on the PS4. I don't really like playing on the PS4. And since those games weren't coming out on the Switch and they weren't coming out PC, so I really had no other option other than to get the Xbox One X. And let me say, I've been playing this console pretty much every day since I bought it, because I wanted to give it a fair chance and see how much I like it, or maybe I don't like it. I didn't know, so I had to play it. And for me to play it that long, I had to get multiple games. And I've been getting games either for free, or I've been buying games on eBay, or whatever. I've been trying to get as many games as I can for it, and playing as much as I can to get a real feel for the console. And while doing so, it brought me to the main point of this video. There's some stuff I like about the Xbox One X, and then there's obviously stuff I fucking hate about it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna talk about 5 pros that I found that I like about the Xbox One, and 5 cons that I fucking hate about the Xbox One. And I don't want to end the video on a bad note, so we are going to start with the 5 cons first. Then we'll end with the 5 pros. Is that okay? Does everyone agree with that? Good? Great? Grand. So let's begin. Here are my top 5 cons for the Xbox One X. Number 1. So the first thing I noticed with the Xbox One X is the dashboard. And let me tell you, it's fucking ugly and it's confusing at first. I don't know what Microsoft was thinking when they created this dashboard. Is there anything wrong just making it simple? You know, like the way Nintendo did with the Switch dashboard? Now, come on, I know, the Switch dashboard may be a bit too simple, but at least everything is clearly marked and it doesn't look like a huge clusterfuck of bullshit. It's organized and it's very clean. I like it. It's simple. It's what I want. I would even dare maybe to say the PS4 dashboard is slightly better than this one. But that's not saying a whole lot because that one sucks as well. All I need is just a section for games and the store. I don't need all that other garbage that they just shove in your fucking face. I just don't. But here's what really scares me. I've heard this dashboard is considered to be better than the original Xbox One dashboard. And you know, and if this one is better than what came before, oh my god, I'm scared to even see what it launched with. But if I remember correctly, I think it was very similar to Windows 8. And oh my god, I hated Windows 8. Number 2. Why? Please tell me why. What is the purpose of owning a physical disc if it doesn't act like one? Why do I have to install the game in total onto the console? Please, tell me, is this a PC or a console? The whole point of a console was supposed to be simplicity and convenience. Tell me, what is convenient about having to install the game onto the console? I should just be able to insert the disc and start playing in a matter of seconds. But you know, it gets even worse when you find out that having the physical disc doesn't even save you space. Whether it's digital or physical, the same amount of data is installed. But in this case, digital becomes more convenient because you don't have to constantly insert and remove the disc every time you play a game. The physical disc only adds more hassle. If you're going to have these games be installed in total on the console, why even still ship it with the ability to even use discs? It's not a benefit at this point, it's a crutch. These consoles might as well be digital only because the physical disc offers no benefit. The 360 did it better. The console could read the disc, but if you wanted the console to run the game more efficiently, you could install it on the hard drive. The point is that it was optional. But wait, sadly, there's still more to this. Number 3. this really surprised and pissed me off. If I want to play a 360 game, I have to install it on the console as well. Now please tell me why the Xbox One X can't read fucking DVD discs. It's supposed to be an advanced piece of hardware that is supposed to play Blu-rays and 4K discs, but it can't even read a fucking game off a DVD? So what is it? Seriously, what is it? Can it even still be considered a console at this point? Seriously, why should I have to waste space on a 360 game? I should just be able to pop the disc in and play it. Doesn't make any sense why it has to install it. It's a fucking DVD. You can't read the DVD? I mean, come on. Oh my god. And I haven't even tried to put in an original Xbox game. Please let me know if you have to install that as well. I'm leaning to thinking more, yes, you have to install it. At least that's what I'm assuming. But if you really have to install an original Xbox game, oh my god, that's so stupid. Why can't it read the fucking disc? I mean, shit, man. Number 4. Okay, being forced to install games onto the console is bad by itself, but it becomes even worse when you see these install sizes. For example, I bought Gears of War 4 on the PC when it came out, and I hated its install size on there. It was at least over 60 gigabytes, but that is nothing compared to what the Xbox One X install size is. It's 114 gigabytes. Why is it so fucking huge? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because of the 4K textures. I'm perfectly fine with games running at 1080p. I don't need 4K, especially if it's going to take up that much space. It's fucking insane. I wish they would at least give you the option to download the 4K textures or not. I don't need them, but I'm forced to have them. And since I have to have those textures, it takes up a lot of space. Just give us the option to choose. But here's another example for you. When I first installed the Master Chief Collection, it was at least 62 gigabytes. But now they recently released an update, and that's 73 gigabytes. Like, what the fuck? I'm just glad I have an external hard drive that was specifically built for the Xbox One. So I'm good for now when it comes to space. But if I keep buying more games, I'm gonna need more hard drive space. The only other game that I can think of right now that has a really huge install size is Halo 5 Guardians at a whopping 97 gigabytes. I mean, seriously, come on, this is getting out of hand. And they have the nerve, the absolute nerve, to only give you 1 terabyte of space? And it's not even that. Once the console is finished setting up, you only have about 700 gigabytes of space. Seriously, I should not have to worry about hard drive space unless it's a PC or a console that goes full digital. I mean, this is so annoying to have to worry about space. It really kills a lot of the fun and convenience out of consoles. Just let the console read the game off the disc. And if these Blu-ray discs or 4K discs aren't big enough, then you know what, it's time to stop using discs. Let's go with something else or just go digital, because this is fucking bullshit. Number 5. Well, since the Xbox One can play Blu-rays, I decided to watch a film. And when I put the disc in, you know what I saw? I saw that I had to download a Blu-ray app to fucking play a Blu-ray disc that's on a Blu-ray or 4K player that's built in the console. Now, I'm sorry, if that's not a fucking fail, I don't know what is. This is something the PS4 doesn't have to worry about. You don't need a fucking app to play Blu-rays. It plays it fucking instantly. Why does the Xbox One require an app? Seriously, I could not believe when I saw that. Like, I finished watching the film, and then I instantly deleted the app, and I vowed to never watch another Blu-ray on the Xbox One. I should not have to do that. So for now, the PS4 will still be my main Blu-ray player. Oh god, that was insane. And you know what? I know I said there was going to be 5 cons, but I want to add a little extra one. I won't count it as a 6th one because it doesn't happen all the time. But sometimes when I'm on the Xbox One, the dashboard can get extremely laggy. Like, I can click the thumbstick down and it'll take about like 4 seconds before the screen goes down. It's just like, It's annoying. I hate when it happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. I don't know what's causing it, but it's really annoying, and it's not enough to make it part of the list. But it's something to note that it can happen. Okay, so that's enough. Out with the bad, in with the good. Let's get to the top 5 pros that I found while playing the Xbox One X. Number 1. You know how I mentioned earlier how I don't like the PS4 controller? Because, you know, I think it's kind of lazy that they're still using that design since the PS1 era. But I just don't like it for a lot of games. Like, especially FPSs or sports games or games with third-person cameras. I just don't enjoy the controller. The Xbox One doesn't have that problem because it has an amazing controller. Microsoft just continues to refine their design. Yeah, they started off kind of clunky with the Duke on the original Xbox, but they quickly fixed that with the S controller, and that was great. And then they moved on to the 360, and that was like almost pure perfection. The 360 was like one of the best controllers I've ever used, ever. It's really up there in the best controllers in video game history. And the Xbox One just refines it even more. The D-pad is, I say, just a much better D-pad than what the 360 had, and the triggers are less clicky. Like, they don't make that loud clicky sound when you push down on it. It just feels great. It's just basically a better controller all around. Now, there was one aspect of the controller that shocked me when I saw it, and I was going to include that in my con list, but the more I thought about it, I kind of prefer it. These controllers come with 2 AA batteries. And at first I was like, what the hell? I can't just plug the controller into the console like I can with the Switch Pro controller or even the PS4 controller. I was just like, what gear are we in? They're still using batteries? Essentially, if you want to be able to charge your controller, you have to buy a charging station or a charge and play kit. You know, which kind of sucks, but thinking about it, I kind of like it better than having to be stuck with the built-in batteries like what the PS4 controller has. Built-in doesn't mean it's instantly bad, but it also doesn't mean it's instantly good. The Switch controller works great so far, but the PS4 controller has a horrible battery life. One of my controllers isn't capable of holding onto a charge for even an hour. It dies so quickly. The other one can only be used for a couple of hours. So I'm stuck with it unless I want to buy a whole new controller, which I'm not willing to do at this point. I might need to do it if I want to play Spider-Man, but I just don't feel like it right now. So if these rechargeable batteries I have for the Xbox One go bad, I can just get another one or go back to using AA batteries. And the AA batteries actually last a good while, man. They last a pretty good long time. So I like the option of being able to do that instead of being stuck with a controller that has a dying or faulty built-in batteries. So for now, I'm all good with how Microsoft is handling this. Number 2. Now, don't get it mistaken. I hate having to install these games on the console. I fucking hate it. But at least the Xbox One X has faster downloading and installing speeds than the PS4. I mean, it still takes longer than I like, but none of these are taking as long as install times I saw on the PS4. The only games that take a long time on the Xbox One for me are games like Gears 4 and Halo 5 and the Master Chief Collection. But that's because their file size are so outrageously fucking large. Mortal Kombat XL on the PS4 took longer than the Master Chief Collection, which is unacceptable. Mortal Kombat XL on the PS4 took like 12 hours for me to install. Like, how? I don't understand how people can stand buying games for the PS4 and having to endure long install times for every fucking game they buy. So for me, the Xbox One, while not perfect in this aspect, because let's be honest, they're far from it, but it's so much more faster than the PS4. At least that's something good, right? Number 3. Okay, this one may be a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna say this now. The Xbox One has a better selection of exclusives for my personal taste. Now, personally, when it comes to me, I don't think the PS4 has a whole lot to offer. It keeps saying awaiting greatness, Well, I'm still waiting for that greatness. I haven't seen it. Every game that I was excited for the PS4 has failed for me. That's not fun. And the other games they have, I'm like, well, I can get them on PC, so I don't need them here. And their exclusives are like, another Uncharted. You're making Last of Us into a fucking movie, basically now. You fucking clipped off Kratos' balls in God of War. The PS4 just doesn't do it for me. At least the Xbox One has games I know I'm going to enjoy and play. The Master Chief Collection comes with Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, which are all great. 4, not so much. I bought Halo 5, have not played it yet, and I've been replaying Gears of War 4, which is great. I have Gears of War Ultimate on here. I can play Gears of War 2 and 3, and that's fine. And I've been playing the Forza games now. Forza Horizon 2 is fantastic. I fucking love it. I'm now playing Forza Motorsport 7, and it's pretty fun as well. And there's just more games than that I know I can get later on, like Ori and the Blind Forest. I can get on PC as well if I want to, but I might get it on here. And same thing with Cuphead. I might get it on here also. And there's more games I know that I'm not thinking of right now that are on here. And it's like, that's what I want. I just need games to play. And there's more games on here for my taste to play. The PS4 is just not doing it for me. If they're not coming out with fake trailers making their games look better than what they're going to look when they come out, it's just, they're all the same. I don't need 100 walking simulators with scripted gameplay in a different skin. I'm tired of that type of gameplay that Sony thinks is the only type of gameplay worth putting on a console. I'm tired of it. So at least the Xbox has something different, something I can play, something that's fun. Number 4. Backwards compatibility. This has always been a great feature for consoles to have. The Sega Genesis did it. The PS2 did it. You know, it's something you need to do. The Xbox One has this over the PS4. The PS4 can't even play past-gen games unless you buy them digitally or have PS Now. But the Xbox One lets you play a shitload of 360 games and even an ever-growing library of the original Xbox titles. While I don't like having to install them onto the console, I do appreciate being able to play older games on the console. And to think I've heard people saying that the PS4 is the greatest console of all time. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. It's not even backwards compatible with older PlayStation games, unless you want to give Sony more money for games that you already own. Thank you, Microsoft, and please never stop allowing gamers to play your past games. Don't ever get cocky again. Don't ever be like the way you were when you announced the Xbox One. That's bad. Very bad. Anti-consumer. Don't do it. Sony's the one being anti-consumer right now. Don't be that way. In this time of age, backward compatibility is standard and is expected. Now sure, not every console does it. Obviously the Switch is not backwards compatible with the Wii U, which is why they're porting all their games. And that sucks, but it's understandable because it comes in a different package. The Switch comes on like SD type cards. The Wii U came on DVDs. But the PS3 was a Blu-ray player. The PS4 is a Blu-ray player. Blu-ray players can play DVDs, so why can't it read PS2 games? Why can't it read PS1 games? Why can't it read PS3 games? I don't know. It's fucking stupid. So, Microsoft, you're doing good in that aspect. Keep that up. Number 5. Okay, we are finally at the last part of this list. Number 5. Now, what could it be? What is it about the Xbox One X that I loved so much? You want to know what it is? I'm having fun. Yes, that's the most important pro that I could find. I'm actually having fun. At every turn, the PS4 has let me down again and again, and only a few times where I actually enjoyed playing it. It hardly ever comes. The PS4 is just such a failure of a system in my eyes, with hardware and software. But Microsoft, while not perfect, is at least letting me have a fun time with the games it offers. Look, if I didn't have a gaming PC, my Xbox library would be fucking huge because I would have bought all these third-party games that I bought for the PC on the Xbox One. Yeah, the Tomb Raider games, Assassin's Creed games, whatever. I would have bought all of them on there. It's just a very underrated console, especially the Xbox One X. It's amazing. It's really surprising what it can do for the price that you're paying for it. It was just like, wow, you know, I'm having fun with a console again. And I have fun with the Switch as well. The Switch is like, wow, the Switch is like the only great console. But now I'm like, the Xbox One X is also a great console because I'm having fun with it. The PS4 is like, it's a smug little asshole who thinks I'm better than everyone else. And it offers nothing. And it's like, fuck you, PS4. I'm sorry, I didn't want to go into a bad PS4 rant, but it's there. Look, honest time. Last gen, my favorite and main console was the 360. The PS3 was great, but it had an extremely slow start. It took a long time to build up a worthy library of exclusives. The 360 was much better at that at first, and the third-party games played better because of the excellent 360 controllers. So when they first announced the new console, I was looking forward to it. I wanted the new Xbox, but then E3 happened, and it was clear that Microsoft only cared about TV and fake dogs in Call of Duty. Plus, they also tried to add a bunch of horrible features, like having to use Kinect, and it always had to be on. You couldn't share games. You had to always be online to use it. What was that guy? Don Matrix, whatever the fuck his name was. He was all, well, if you don't have internet, you can always buy a 360. Like, what the fuck? What kind of scummy answer was that, fucking asshole? They pissed off their fan base, and most gamers just said fuck that and went to the PS4. Even though they really didn't want to, but Microsoft left us no choice. But then many of us were so disappointed with the PS4, we were forced to finally jump to PC, which in turn forced Microsoft to start putting their games on PC as well. So with everything that happened this gen, it's basically all because of Microsoft. If Microsoft didn't try to pull all that bullshit, I would have bought the Xbox One day one, and I'm sure the PS4 would not have sold as many units as it has right now. But it's great to see that Microsoft has come a long way since its launch of the Xbox One. And the Xbox One X is an impressive piece of hardware for the price. And it just completely puts the PS4 Pro to shame. The PS4 Pro was a scam, okay? That's simple as that. The PS4 Pro sucks. While the Xbox One is not the best console ever, and it never will be, it's truly an underrated console. Especially the Xbox One X version. If you have to buy an Xbox One, and I would say go with the X if you have a 4K TV. If you don't, maybe you're just better off buying the Xbox One S. Let me know what you think about my pros and cons. Also, I want to know what your pros and cons are with the console. Is there anything I missed that I didn't notice? Is there anything that you like about the console the most? Anything you hate about the console? Let me know. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you still wondering why it exists? Again, let me know in the comments. So, that's it for today. And until next time, as usual, just keep on gaming, gamers. No matter the platform, it doesn't matter. Not even what I said. If you love the PS4, play the fuck out of the PS4. I'm not here to hate on the PS4. I just don't like it myself. I'm sorry. I just don't really care about it. But if you love it, that's fine with me. Go and play it. Love it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. If it's your favorite console, whatever. Gamers need to game no matter what platform. Stop all the infighting bullshit, console versus console, console versus PC. Doesn't matter. As long as you're gaming, you're perfect.
Review.